But here I am, and I'm excited that I'm gonna bring to you guys what I'm doing on my day-to-day starting in 2023.
You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm absolutely pumped. So, great day. I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, just got home from work. I actually have to go run. I don't have any dog food for Yanko, which is kind of unfortunate. And I knew that, but I was getting home in a rush because I needed to do something. So, absolutely pumped for that. We're gonna go get some supplies that I need as far as for work, my own work, and Yanko dog food. But let me give you a rundown. So, yes, I'm working with HelloFresh. It was a trial run. Everybody was like, oh, you're sick. Was it? Nope, it was not. So, I ate all the meals that they sent me as a trial run. Let me give you a rundown. Great. I marked it. That was good. You know, shrimp and pasta. That was good too. That was great. I got more to go. So don't worry about that. But yeah, we'll figure out dinner. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Probably firecracker meatballs. We also got burgers, and we got Italian chicken and pepper sandwiches. What do you want? You probably just want dog food? No, you want meatballs. So, alrighty, I'm gonna jump out. Let me show you what's going on in the world right now. So, at some point, I will be leaving here, but this is out my back door. So yes, I'm still currently working for Enfield dairy equipment. Everybody's like, oh, it's dealer valve. We're actually an independent dealer. Probably the best dealer in the US. So I absolutely love working with them. And yeah, I cover farms within a 2-hour radius of where I live. So like today, I was down south of Springfield, Massachusetts, in Enfield at one of my farms, going over stuff with them. But yeah, this dark early, so it is 4:10 right now, and I apologize on the daily videos. Till we get back in a good spot, daily videos might be a little tough because I actually want to bring you guys content, not just bring you guys random stuff, even though, you know, wrenching on the Mac and stuff like that. But exciting things to happen. So I'm gonna jump in. We're gonna go run some errands. Yeah, alrighty. Why don't we drive my pickup anywhere? Sitting here. Well, yeah, we got the fuel issue or whatever's going on. And somebody did say, what if that fuel you got in there is contaminated? Like, I never put farm fuel in my pickup. But, just in case, well, actually, I'll show you guys before we get too far. But, why don't I drive my pickup around all the time? Because when I get a phone call, because you're never on call with robots, or with farm equipment, farm service, stuff like that, but you're always on call, at least me. My coworkers, they do have set weekends on calls, but if somebody calls you at 2 in the morning, somebody calls you at 2 in the morning. So if I'm out somewhere and they call me and say, oh, and I'm like, oh, okay, let me run home, get my work van, then I'll be there. I'll see you guys in 2 hours. Instead, I could be like, hey, I'll see you in an hour, and I'll be there. Especially with robots, because you're milking 24 hours a day all the time. But let me show you on my pickup. So this has a sump in it because, you know, race truck. So we can just drain that out and see what's in the bottom. So we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna go get some diesel tanks because I don't have a portable diesel tank yet. Some jugs. We'll put some of that $6 fuel diesel in it. So yeah, buckle up, people. Things are gonna get interesting. So yeah, the last few months, I've been doing very minimal of my own farming. Yeah, we've been traveling around, seeing stuff, creating content. That is what a channel does. They create content. And so I appreciate everybody that watches along, who likes, subscribes, and does everything else. And I'm very excited to keep moving forward. So farming is all I've ever wanted to do. Let me give you a rundown of what the past really was. So graduated Cobleskill 2014, went to New Zealand, came back in 2015 in the spring, wanted to go farming. At that point, I didn't have the ability to go farming because my family, well, the second robot wasn't there and the income wasn't there, and we butt heads, which we've butted heads since I was a little kid, just to tell you guys that. I asked how to learn how to drive equipment when I was younger, and nobody wanted to do that. I was lucky that there was a guy named Tyler who worked on the farm at that point. He's a chef now, I think, on the Cape, and he taught me actually how to drive stick. So from there on, a lot of this stuff that I've learned has just been doing it by myself. Nobody in my family really has any mechanical ability, and it wasn't like that got passed down to me. It was from me tinkering on stuff. So I learned a lot through watching other people's videos and just taking it on by life. So yeah, at that point I went back to go, and I went and worked for De La Valve, and I actually lived in Eastern New York with my old college housemate, and I was in a farm area, and his family actually dairy farmed. His uncle dairy farmed, but my day-to-day as far as being on a farm was working for De La Valve and traveling all of the Americas. So down in Chile, Mexico, up into Canada, the East Coast, West Coast, down south, Wisconsin, Michigan, everywhere. So I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do forever. And so in trying to think of my timeline here, 2017 there was talk of, well, I started coming back to the farm and working on the farm, and at that time it was just me and the one hired help, and we were bucket milking cows because they were thinking of going to the second robot. Here I am working for the company that manufactures and supports these robots, and they were bucket milking cows. So I would spend my weekends when I was not traveling bucket milking cows, farming, doing everything. And at that point I started buying equipment, and there was no negative side of that to the farm. I filled the gap of places that the farm did not want to fill the gap. Manure truck, yes, I had to work on my stuff. Here I am, 25, 26 years old. What do you think I'm gonna do? Go out and buy $100,000 pieces of equipment? No, not gonna do that. So I spent my time working for De La Valve corporate and investing all my money and energy into wanting to go farming. So the second robot got purchased. After the second robot got purchased, second robot, Farm Credit was the loaner on it, and I was the lead loan share on it so that I could create a better future for myself and have a connection between Great Brook Farm and Farm Credit. So here's where we are. I'm gonna roll that window up on you, Yanko. So here's where we are. If your family farm ever says, hey, why don't you buy a tractor for us? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Don't ever do that unless you have a percentage of the farm or something in writing as far as the future for the farm. Mine was, oh, we're doing this so that Chris has the ability to borrow and keep that open for the farm in the future. And the idea was, oh, I'm gonna become a partner of the farm. This is for me for the future. So me being excited took off and me being excited in 2017 about, hey, there's a future of me farming here where I've always wanted to farm at my family's operation, put my name on a $400,000 loan. So I was the lead one. Yes, the farm paid it. It came out of the milk check, but I was the lead loan person on that. So in 2018, when I said, oh, I want to go buy a tractor, Farm Credit said, oh, whoa, you can't borrow any money. You have $400,000 against your name. So everything I have done as far as building and as far as growing has been in cash. So buying the trucks, buying the 7520, that is exactly, like I wanted to buy a 7530 like the newer Europeans, 2007, 2009, 215 horsepower, nice. Yeah, with an IVT. Like, that's what I was looking to buy. But you're not going to buy that when I'm paying cash and I'm working off-farm job, working on the farm, working all over. So, everything I've done as far as buying things, building things, that second Mac, all of that's been in cash. That's been out of my pocket. That's not I have a line of credit and I'm going out and doing things. So I've invested pretty much every penny that I've made into farming. So everything's going on. I'm done with my family operation. Things have been that ended poorly. They realized that I was financially making money on YouTube, and they made the comment that they shouldn't have to pay me anything if I'm making money elsewhere, which just means that things are not going financially well on their side. And Farm Credit just took me off the loan without any paperwork, documents, signed anything. Just sent me a letter, said you're off the loan now, which is amazing because I had a lien against my name for the last 4 years. So I'm moving on, and I'm very excited because the situation that I was in, there was no future of, hey, this is going to be your property. Hey, your name's going to be on this. It's going to be great. All of the land is owned by somebody else, the state, the town, privately owned. There's no future there. So at the end of the day, I am 100% excited to announce that I got approved to purchase the farm that I've been working on. So we are going farming for next year, and the support and the people and everything else that I've worked with, through friends to the FSA to other farmers to you guys, it's been awesome. So I am absolutely thrilled to announce that we're moving forward on that. And there's been a bunch of people like, oh, you're never gonna get it, blah blah blah, this, that, you don't know what you're doing. Alrighty, but here I am, and I'm excited that I'm gonna bring to you guys what I'm doing on my day-to-day starting in 2023. And we're gonna get back into that because there is a lot of younger people that have said, I want to go farming, and it's next generations that are in the same boat or whatnot, and there's no real guidance of, hey, you should do this, hey, you should do that. There was like 2 months here that I literally had no idea what I was doing, and it's kind of depressing, and it's lost, and it's a really bad feeling at the end of the day. But yeah, I'm excited to share my experience, and hopefully other people can gain from it, especially younger people that want to go farming some more. So that is my announcement right now, which that's why I rushed home and I didn't get Yanko any dog food. But I'm pumped for next year. So gotta lock in some last things, gotta sign some papers, everything else like that. But the approval letter I got emailed today. So I hope you guys are ready, and this isn't just going to be a crop farming adventure of life or anything like that. I got some things planned, and I got a lot of good people that I'm going to be working with, as far as every aspect. So yeah. And as far as what went down, family operation and everything else like that, sometime I'll explain more of that. But I know there's plenty of people out there that there's rumors going around that I lied about everything, this and that. I showed you guys my daily life, and my family just realized that they wanted to be different people, and they wanted to make it challenging for me, and they did very good at that for the last 6 months. And I just had enough of it. So best of luck to them, and I'm glad they're no longer in my life at all. And I know there's people that are like, oh, someday you'll want that. I don't know, when people literally lie about who you are as a person and make up rumors and blatantly tell people things that are 100% wrong, I don't think I'd ever want those people back in my life at all. So I know there's plenty of people that watch the channel that know those people, and you can have an opinion, but at the end of the day, I'm the one that's still pushing to do the best I can. And I always was pushing to do the best I can for myself and for the situation that I'm in and for the farm that I was on. And you can only take so much beating till it gets old. But on to bigger and better things. I'll be honest, I was gonna go to Walmart and just like get in and out, and then I saw the people at Walmart and I said, people of Walmart in North Chelmsford, pretty much Lowell, big city. And then I said, yeah, probably not a good idea. So Yanko was like, yep. So I guess we'll go up to Tractor Supply, probably a better bet anyway. So we're cruising along up through here, which it's only 12 miles away, but everywhere around here is like, you got everything. And that's the thing I'm gonna miss when I'm not in this area. People are like, you don't worry, you don't know, like small towns and stuff like that. I live in an area where literally I can get to the beach, the airport, a large city, even the mountains within like 45 minutes of everything. So there is some sweetness to that, but at the same point, there's a lot of freaking people. Like within 20 minutes of me, I bet there's 3 million people. So I don't know if that's true. I think so. Massachusetts has 6 million people in it. Most of them are in the Boston greater area. We're only 20 miles away from Boston, so yeah, 20 minutes. I bet that's right, that fact actually. I don't know, somebody fact checked me on that one. So we're out here. I used to actually hang out on the other side of that river, me and Bobby Seidel. We used to do hood rat things when we were little kids, like little kids. We used to, his grandfather has a quarry over there, so we used to crush rock and hang out when we were like 5 years old and party it up. And then the high school, the Votech was across the street, so we'd pocket bike around and frickin' hang out and go-karts, ATVs, do hood rat things pretty much with your friends. So it's a small world. Grew up with a lot of good people. I forgot his leash because we never actually put him on a leash. But we got rope. Hey, what do you want to eat? We're a big Blue Buffalo fan, and I don't know, some people are negative about it, some people are negative about other kinds. What are you thinking, chicken? We got chicken, we got more chicken. You want salmon? Hey. Salmon? He hates being on a leash. Alrighty. We got duck, we got red meat, so the good stuff. You think at some point he'd figure out that there's balls over here. What do you want? You get one thing. One thing. Anything cool? Nothing too crazy, bud. You have 1 billion tennis balls. Literally. 1 billion. Is that what you want? You like squeakers. I'll get that. Yeah, I think I picked him the right one. No. Give me a minute. Anywhere that I see this, so Rotella, you gotta get it. It's the best. Can't use that cheap stuff in any of these tractors. So, grab these two. Expensive day, but yeah. High guard's great. No. Nico's in trouble over here already. Stop pushing it around. I know you want the ball. I'll give you it in a minute. Even got treats. You want that off now? No leash life? Sometimes it works out better than it does, right? You got a toy, you got dinner for quite a little bit of time. We got the diesel fuel tanks, which we're always gonna need that. And we got some hookup on Rotella. I do have like three or four other gallons of it, but I know there's plenty of other people. Maybe we'll try out some bulk oil at some point, but it seems like other than like Schaefer's, is it Schaefer's? And some Pico, bulk oil is usually not cheaper. It's just more convenient. But alrighty, load up, head home. So usually when you have to have something, you gotta have something. You don't look at the price. That hydraulic oil has doubled in price since the last time I got it. It was like $70 at the last Tractor Supply. Tractor Supply. TSC? Tractor Supply Company. It was like $70 at the last time I got it from Tractor Supply. It's $129 now. Granted, we're in New Hampshire, so there's no sales tax, but okay. Yeah. Some Pico? Anybody some Pico rep in New York? So this is Lowell. This was actually, I think, the start of the Industrial Revolution. Right on the other side, there's a huge mill and everything. Historical mill. It's pretty friggin' sweet. Problem is, Lowell, like, growing up was a bad place, and well, now they turned it back into a bad place because the construction is just brutal here now. A lot of new buildings though. Last time I was actually in Lowell, I saw, well, look at this guy. He's got a ski mask on and he's going up through traffic. What do you think he's doing? Yeah, I went to the diner, which is a really good diner, and I saw more homeless and drug people in the middle of the road doing bad things than anything I've ever seen. So Lowell has gone back downhill, which is really unfortunate because they were doing a lot. UMass Lowell is here and just drove through the campus. It's nuts how much new stuff there. But the mill is awesome, so if you ever actually make it to Lowell, go check out the mill. In middle school we used to go there as a class, which was wild. That's a nice ball you got, Yanko. So I got the sauce, which is, I'm learning, the sauce is what really makes everything fire in life. And they got some killer sauce. So sauce, rice, meatballs, and carrots, and everything's done up. So there's the recipe. This one takes 40 minutes though. That 10 minutes of prep, cook 40. So it takes a little bit longer, but you are making meatballs. And all the meatballs got little stuff in it. Things that I would have never thought. So we'll see how this one comes out and what I'm going to rate it. So I've been rating every one. Shout out still. Maple syrup's on point, boys. Alrighty, that's enough for today. We just did a little cooking with Duffy Ag here. Tell me that's not delicious. Like, these meatballs are actually fire. They got a little bit of garlic in it. Ginger. They got ginger in it. And some other things. I don't even know. And these are actually carrots, which are absolutely smoking hot, but amazing. But HelloFresh didn't actually sponsor any of this. I bought this, so just telling you guys that. I'm actually pumped because there's my meal. Probably a little bit more meal. And then lunch for tomorrow. So me and Yanko, appreciate you watching along. We're going to watch some YouTube, eat some dinner, edit this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.